Hello and welcome back. Today we've got another £200 worth of 10p's to have a look through, looking for the alphabet 10p's. Ideally though, ones we are still missing. 2018 though, I'm pleased to say, is complete. We've got every single letter of the alphabet for 2018. Amazing stuff. It took us long enough, to be fair, which then only leaves us with 2019. Which has got plenty of gaps still to be filled. We've only got the letters C, E, G, H, J, K, L, M, O, R, U and V. So tons still to finish this book, but I'm more than happy to say we've completed 2018. But I guess we still need to hunt for these 2019, so let's get into this bag. So we'll jump into some questions then, but firstly, a massive thank you to everyone. My video on Thursday, it was a Taskmaster inspired CoinTuber challenge, which I did at the Royal Mint back in March, I think, of last year, before we got into all our lockdown phases. There's a lot of time and effort has gone into that video, not just the guys that happily gave up their time to contribute to the video and the channel, but a lot of time editing, stitching it together, re-editing, taking bits out, putting bits in, blah 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 blah. So it took a lot of time and effort to put together, and the feedback on it already has been so positive, and I'm so grateful. It's one of these videos that every now and again a video will come along where you get quite invested in how it does, and I was thrilled to see the really positive reaction. For those that are interested, it's going to be, I think, about 4-5 parts over the next 5 weeks on a Thursday, so be sure to tune in and check that out. I have thoroughly enjoyed putting it together, rewatching it. I loved it, and I'm so glad that so many of you have enjoyed it too. So again, massive thank you from me. I'm so glad that everyone seems to be really enjoying it. But back to the questions then. So these are still questions from my sealed £2 coin giveaway. First question comes from Drown Nitrosaur. Says, hi Christopher, really enjoy your channel. My question is, with the Shield 50p rumoured NIFC and the Team GB 50p postponed until 2021, what commemorators aside from the Brexit do you expect will be released before the end of the year? The end of the year has passed now, but the comment was left a fair while ago. Speaking of Team GB, there's rumours that the Olympics is going to be cancelled this year rather than postponed. You hear differing things from different sources, so I'm unsure as to what the actual truth of the matter is. Obviously it'd be a real shame because the Team GB 50p looks stunning, and the idea of that being released, maybe even in circulation, would be phenomenal. I would absolutely love that. Coins that are going to be released before the end of this year, there's a whole host of things we're expecting this year. There's all the coins that are in the annual set, which I was very impressed with. There's a number of £5 coins we know are coming out. Mr. Men's, as of recording, we still don't know the denomination. I'm erring towards £5 coins, with a slight chance of it being a £1 coin. Oh, if it's a £1 coin, I'd be so chuffed. It's just the fact that on the website, Absolute Coins showed me a screenshot of the actual, not the specifications, but what's going to be released. It's going to be a 1 ounce or a half ounce and an ounce or something like that, and that smells of what they did with the Music Legends last year. So that's what I'm almost anticipating that, but don't want to be a £5 coin, if that makes any sense. But yeah, there are so many coins coming up this year, and there will be ones that so like the Winnie the Pooh set, the dinosaur set. I imagine they'll kick off sort of summery time. But there will also be ones along the way we don't know about that will suddenly pop out of nowhere, and wow, new coin. Like what happened to Diversity, that came out of nowhere. There's a bit of out of left field, that one. And I don't know if it tends to be because they're not as popular, but the £5 coins seem to pop up from time to time without much prior knowledge or anticipation. So I'm excited to see what coins we get this year, by all means. Jono 2005 says, hi Christopher Collects, I love your channel. My question is, what's your favourite TV show and movie? Let me guess, Star Wars. Yes, Return of the Jedi is my favourite Star Wars movie, favourite movie full stop of all time. TV shows, I watch such little television at the moment. I did actually watch, it was Ian McKellen's TV show. It's like a little sitcom, Vicious, I think, a couple of weekends ago. That was very funny. I thoroughly enjoyed that, so I've still got a second season to go back and watch that. But I like Gogglebox is my I know I shouldn't like it. It's just rubbish television, but I do it. I enjoy it. Watching people's reactions to things. You're not just watching someone watching television. You're seeing how they interact, how they what their opinion is, and how they react to things. So yeah, I must admit I'm quite a fan of Gogglebox. Oh, there we go. E for English Breakfast. What year are they? 2018. Beautiful. One of my favourite designs as well. Well chuffed for that. Billy Acid says, why do you think these coins are turning up now after all these years? And why these two designs in particular? So this is when I got sealed bags of Great Fire of London and the Navy Centenaries. Now, why do I think they're turning up after all these years? It's probably because there hasn't been demand for the £2 coins. This is why we haven't had a new one circulating for such a long time, because they must have minted enough that it filled up at the back of the Royal Mint's coin press room. There was a big long storeroom. I imagine they'll have been sat in there for ages waiting for the cash centres, the banks, to request them, and it's only, what was it, sort of March time last year, that they've started to get through that backlog. That makes me hopeful that we might not be too far off of our next circulating £2 coin. We don't know. I'm ever hopeful. Unfortunately, the £2 coin is one I reckon we are not many years off of it being withdrawn and having to be replaced because of the amount of counterfeits. So there's that. Anyway, why are these two designs together? They're just the most recent, some of the most recent designs. Actually, no, the 2015 is the Navy Centenary, isn't it? Ooh, good point. I'm not quite sure. Maybe it's just the way they store them in the Royal Mint's long store. They obviously go in a certain way and come out a certain way, and maybe when they're all being piled up, the 2015s went to the back and it just came forward with the more recent ones at the front. I don't know. But it makes you question why. Unless it's got stuck in the cash centres, maybe. They've been delivered to the cash centres and then the cash centres have been stuck with them all this time, maybe. Don't know. No way! Our second one, X marks the spot. It's 2018 though. But wowee. 2 in one bag. That's going well. Mel's stuff says, do you think the sealed bags are flooding the market due to new coins being released? Possibly. That's what I was alluding to. Unfortunately, the reason we haven't had much circulating recently, you can track it back to the new pound coin when the old round pounds got withdrawn, and obviously the new one's been in circulation. Lots of people took all of their money pots, the little savings in their change, and cashed it into the banks with all the round pounds. This is what they've been told. We were told at the Royal Mint as well. Now, when this tends to happen seasonally, especially around sort of Christmas time, loads of coins get dumped into banks, which make their way back to the cash centres, which floods the amount of coins that are actively out in circulation, which means that there isn't so much of a demand for coins then. It'll obviously balance itself out over the next however long, and then the more coins have to be released into circulation. So because they said that they aim at us for a certain, I can't remember what the quantity is, they aim for a certain quantity of coins out there in circulation at a time. Cholton and the Wheelies 0161 says, you will always have a special place in my heart as you were the first YouTuber that replied to my comment back in the day. Oh, thank you. My question is, and I apologise if you've been asked this before, do you play guitar? As I've noticed some of your early uploads you had long fingernails. Thank you for your hard work and relaxing me with your uploads when I'm stressed. Well, that's very, very kind of you. I'm so glad. It's lovely comments like this to make me happy and warm inside, so I'm very grateful for that. I'm not very good with the mushy stuff, but there we go. But yeah, the replying to YouTube comments, I'm getting a bit more active doing that. It got to a point where I was getting a little bit overwhelmed with the amount of stuff that I was doing, but I seem to be able to comment and reply and like and love many more comments than at one point I was doing. So it's sort of getting back into the flow of that. I can't do every single comment, but I try my best to reply and at least acknowledge a whole handful of comments when I've got a few moments to myself. Do I play the guitar? No, I don't play the guitar. I do play the drums though, but I haven't played it in many years. It's my drum set is stashed away in a cupboard somewhere. Not been used for a long time. I dare say probably in a sorry state by now, but I'm sure it'll be fine. I'll fix it. I won't fix it. I'll get someone to fix it because I can't fix anything. But there we go. Zero Cool says, hi Christopher, my question is, should there be a commemorative 50p set for British sci-fi shows? Definitely. I think that's a great idea. I think, again, with the release of the what are they called, the Music Legends, the £5 bunk coins and the silver ounces, I think that's a move more to putting more popular culture into coins, and I think they were successful. I'm fairly confident that those 3 coins were a roaring success, so I think it will push the Royal Mint to do more similar sort of stuff, not just potentially more music legends, but maybe some acting legends, maybe some TV show legends, and yeah, British sci-fi shows. I think that there's a good correlation between sci-fi fans and coin collectors in my little experience. So I like sci-fi, and a lot of the people that I speak to on Discord are fans of sci-fi stuff too, so I think that would be a good merging of ideas there, definitely. So, wowee. The Money Man says, primarily ideal in banknotes, however I've always loved British coinage, old and new. Here in Hong Kong we have a great variety of banknotes to collect, but the coins are dull and never change in design. As an Englishman I have to say I've always taken for granted our coinage, but watching many of your videos has made me realise that there is an absolute abundance of designs. Your dedication to this hobby is admirable, as as a fellow YouTuber, I've gained much insight from watching your channel. When I finally return to my beloved homeland of England, I'll begin coin hunting too. That's amazing. Well, I'm so glad you're enjoying watching the videos all the way from Hong Kong. Wowee. But in Hong Kong, you've got those nice, cool scalloped coins there, don't you? Which I'm quite envious of. I think I would like a scalloped coin in UK circulating change. That would be amazing. But thank you. Gaming Squad says, hi, my question is, what's your rarest coin except Kew Gardens? It's such a tough question to ask, even including Kew Gardens, because Kew Gardens is the rarest coin in circulation that's supposed to be in circulation. But there's a fair few coins that shouldn't be in circulation that I have found in circulation, that other coin tubers I know and friends of mine have found in circulation. So your NIFC shields, your NIFC commemoratives. Now, NIFC, for those aren't aware, stands for not intended for circulation. So take, for instance, the dinosaur 50p's last year. 3 dinosaurs came out, the Megalosaurus, Iguanodon, Hylaeosaurus. Although they came out in their bunk packs, they came out silver proof, but they weren't issued into circulation, so you won't find those in your change unless someone has opened up their bunk pack, taken the coin out, spent it, paid it into the bank, whatever you do with it. Why you do that is beyond me. Maybe someone that's been gifted it and doesn't realise the value of it, or someone who's inherited it doesn't know the value of it and has just popped it out and paid with it. But those are out there. There's a fair few out there, not in abundance. I've found one so far this year, and there's a bit of a competition between us coin tubers to see who can be the NIFC king this year. We've got to dethrone Grossy Coin Hunts. That's the ultimate game. But there we go. So yeah, the NIFCs are very, very scarce, unbelievably scarce. The IRB Battle of Britain, which I was lucky last year on my channel to come across one. Well, Grossy came across one on my channel, but anyway, I'm giving him far too much promotion, aren't I? But then there's been some territory coins that have had incredibly low mintages. I always forget, I can't remember if it's 10 or 20,000 minted of a 50p. I found one of the definitive designs over in Jersey. So again, that's exceedingly scarce considering the mintage of Kew Gardens, which I always get wrong, which is 210,000. Right? I got it right this time. Surely I get it right. I get it wrong every time I try and quote it. But yeah, compared to that, that's like unbelievably rare. But yeah, it's a tough thing to say. It really, really is. John Salas says, hi Christopher, always enjoyed your videos and can't believe your luck recently. Keep on going despite the trying times and I hope you're keeping well. My favourite £2 coin is Great Fire of London, as the only significant thing to happen on my birth date was the Great Fire in 1666. You were born in 1666? Holy Toledo. Sure not. So it would be awesome to win. Stay safe, John in Manchester. Well, yes, I think we are. These comments were posted 8 months ago. To think that if 8 months ago, would we think we would still be living in these bizarre times? Probably not. So and hopefully with the I don't want to mention too many buzzwords that might be picked up by computer listening, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel in terms of the progress we're making, and hopefully very soon we'll be back to normal. But yeah, tough times for everyone. More so, less for me. I mean, I've been able to muddle along myself, as not as much impact as some others. So I'm very, very mindful that other people have been impacted in much more catastrophic and gut-wrenching ways. So my heart goes out to anyone that has been affected in such a way. Anyway, we're getting a bit morbid over here. Smithy7890 says, "Hi Christopher, my question is, of the alphabet 10p coins, is there any you would change for a different subject matter? Instead of Macintosh, maybe maypoles or Morris dancing." That's a good idea. The Macintosh was not one of my favourite designs. I think it looks a bit like blah. So yeah, I think the maypole would be fun. Although, if you look at the amount, obviously it's supposed to be the Great British Coin Hunt, so they should be encompassing all of Britain. And if you look, how many of them are Scottish? Loch Ness, Macintosh. Pass. How many are Welsh? Northern Irish? Maybe not so evenly spread amongst the different parts of our United Kingdom. There could be ones I've forgotten that aren't springing to mind. There are things that are obviously quintessentially British in as much as it's British rather than English, I guess, would be the argument against that. So yeah, I'd be reticent to change one of the ones that is definitely a Scottish design, I would have to say. But the one I would change though, and I've said it a million times, is C for cricket, because I understand why cricket would be on it. It's a quintessentially British thing, a very British thing to play cricket, but C is the letter of my name. I'm Christopher Collects CC, and cricket means absolutely nothing to me. I can't think of anything worse. Well, I can think of some things worse, but I can't think of much worse than having to sit and watch a cricket game. It doesn't make any sense. It takes too long, and I don't understand the scoring points. It's a bit like rugby. It just goes over my head, but at least rugby doesn't last 14 days. So I would change cricket to castles. There are so many beautiful British castles. You could even have 4 different castles, one from each part of the United Kingdom, on the face of the coin. I think that'd be very, very cool. We'll go for one more question. Arvid Engstrom says, "For how long have you been collecting coins?" So I've collected coins on and off since I was a kid. I can't recall the first coin that struck my sort of interest, but in 2017, I think it was with the release of the Isaac Newton 50p, that spurred me to get more interested in. That's when I started getting big bags of coins, hunting through them, and that's when I decided to make the YouTube channel, sort of emulating or putting my own twist on what there was a couple of other guys still doing that were doing it at the time when I picked it up. And here we are, almost 3 years later, still going at it. So there we go. We'll keep going until we get it right. Anyway, with that being said, let's get back to the coins. Well, there we go. That's what we want to see. 2 letters, X and E, both from 2018. Unfortunately, not new ones for the books, but I'll take them for sure. Along with a Gibraltarian and a Jersey 10 pence as well. Amazing stuff. Well, for those of you that watch this far into the video, you might be interested to know that I have a Discord server. You can click the link down in the description to come and join. You do have to be over 13 to be on Discord. That's their rules, not mine. Alternatively, you can catch me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and now on TikTok. So be sure to head over and check out everything there. And all that leaves me to do now is thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for more coins. Bye.